So you've been scrolling for hours now, trying to find a way to help improve your squat. Get it deeper, make it more comfortable, make your hips stop hurting. Well, don't worry, I've got you. Here's 3 easy exercises that you can do starting today to see if any one of these might help improve your squat. Exercise number 1, ditch the shoes. Find a wall, put your hands on the wall. Put one foot forward, and then, leaving your foot on the ground, rock that shin back and forth. See if you can rock back and forth without kicking your quad and letting your foot, the arch, drop flat and then come up. Drop flat and then come up. Slowly work that range, rocking it back and forth till you get better range and a little bit more mobility at your foot. These are called Shin Rocks. Exercise number 2 is a hip airplane. Find a rack, something sturdy to hold on to. Get into a nice big hinge on one leg closest to the rack. Reach across with the other hand and dip that hip. Then pull back up. Dip that hip, pull back up. Dip that hip, pull back up. The purpose of this one is to help get your leg used to some added internal rotation at a different angle. And it'll really burn your abductors. And number 3, a foam roller wall squat. This is a really fun one because it really burns your quads. Really great for ACL rehab too, fun fact. But it really helps us address dropping our hips and using the quad for drive and stability and getting a good relationship between a quad drive and hip extension. Now, a couple things. Don't worry about getting all the way up through and tall on this one. We have other drills to work for that. This one is really going to get you comfortable into sitting into those hips a little bit more and also allow you to maybe get a deeper range than you would with a traditional squat so you can get used to that. Foam roller behind your back. Walk away from the wall at a comfortable amount. Hands on the hips so we know where we are and we stay tall. And drop down. And then come back up. Drop down. Come back up. Drop down. Come back up. Repeat for as many reps as you feel like. If it really feels good, just keep going. Big cues here. Keep that butt away from the wall. Keep a nice clean drop down through the hips, bending through the knees. Try and stay upright. So this is the part where it gets interesting. Every single one of those exercises can actually be broken down, and each individually tells us something about what might be going on in your squat that's causing you trouble. So if you struggled with one of those 3, listen up because I'm going to explain a little bit of what you might need to work on to help improve your squat. If you struggled with the shin rock, one of 2 things is probably happening. A, you might have trouble pronating your foot and or supinating your foot. So extra intrinsic footwork, working on pronation, supination in that foot through more shin rocks, through a little bit of side-to-side drills, or any other various specific drills to work on pronation, supination, and unlocking that foot might help you get more ankle dorsiflexion, meaning the ankle rolling up. A lot of times people go right to stretching or mobilizing that ankle, both of which do work. I'm not knocking them. However, sometimes you might need to look a little bit further down to that foot arch, which can help things all the way up the chain. If you struggled with exercise number 2, the hip airplane, it might be because you're lacking a little bit of hip internal rotation, meaning the ability of that hip to internally rotate, which in this position doesn't look like much. But when we go down into a squat, there's actually some relative internal rotation happening there. And we need that to create downforce on the way back up. So if you're struggling with a hip airplane, slow it down. Try and squeak some more range out of that. Focus on dropping that opposite hip and kind of laying into it a little bit before you drive back out. Or you can work on any number of exercise or mobility drills to help increase your internal rotation, which you can find on our YouTube page here, over on our Instagram, or really anywhere. Just work on that IR and I promise it'll help. If you struggled with exercise number 3, you probably have a combination of things going on. But really, what I look in that exercise is how well can we sit into our hips? Do we have the ability to actually drop our butt into deeper hip flexion? Or are we somebody whose hips just don't want to get that nice expanding range? For me, if you have trouble dropping your butt there, or your butt wants to push back towards the wall, I'm thinking that we need to get you some more room behind your butt. So we need to work on maybe some internal rotation. Maybe we do need to work on ankle mechanics, or maybe we just got to get you comfortable getting into a true hinge. Maybe we haven't actually been doing that. Maybe we've got to give your hips a chance to come out of that forward tilt, then move into a hinge so we actually have room back there. Anything that's going to give you more room to move at that hip and work on truly dropping your hips into deep hip flexion is going to be something you want to chase if you struggled with that foam roller wall squat. Thank you guys for watching. If you found any of this helpful, drop a comment, drop a like on the video. If you want to learn more, head on over to entrypointrehab.com or shoot us a message here, and we'll be happy to reach out to you and talk about how some of our specific approaches apply to these problems.